Yo, what is going on, guys, and welcome back to 365 Analytics. And today is day 2 of our official 2026 NFL position ranking series, where today we will be going over my top 10 safeties in the NFL going into the 2026 season. Every single day is one day closer to New England at Seattle on the opening Wednesday night, so we just got to make it. We just got to make it there. I can feel it. It's around the corner. I know it. But before we do get into this today, if you guys do enjoy today's video, please like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications for more content exactly like this. And without further ado, let's get right into our top 10 safeties in the NFL. Coming in at the number 10 position on the list, we started off with Denver Broncos safety Talanoa Hufanga. I believe he was a second-team All-Pro this year. This guy has been first-team All-Pro in the past during his time with the San Francisco 49ers, and I believe this is his... Wait, no, he signed... This has been his... Well, he's going into... Sorry, a little bit mismatched there. He's going into his second year with the Denver Broncos now in Sean Payton's system, and he's been a very good piece for them on a very good Denver Broncos defense. Last year, I believe the Broncos defense was right up there with Seattle, right up there with Houston, and he's been a very good piece alongside Brandon Jones, alongside Patrick Surtain, alongside Riley Moss, and a very, very good secondary, and he fits in that system very, very well. Hard-hitting player, gritty player at number 10, Talanoa Hufanga. I actually could not find any highlights from his time in New York this past season, but this is from 2 years ago on the Miami Dolphins. It is safety Jevon Holland. To clarify, he is a New York Giant right now, but this is some highlights from his time in Miami. This guy has been one of the better safeties in the league for a few years now, was a former draft pick of the Miami Dolphins, and he has really formed into a very, very good player in the NFL. He's a playmaker. He's a hard-hitting tackler. He's kind of, I think of him as maybe a little bit less athletic Jamal Adams. When I think of prime Jamal Adams, I think of he could play the linebacker position. He could rush off the edge. He could play safety. He was really a do-it-all hybrid type player. I remember moving him to sub-linebacker all the time in my Madden franchises, but Jevon Holland, very, very good player for the New York Giants last year, was a very good piece. Considering how mediocre the Giants season was, he was one of the bright spots. So at number 9, Jevon Holland. And at the number 8 spot on the list is a rookie from this past season, now going into his second year. It is your now Super Bowl champion, again, a very versatile player for Mike McDonald's defense. It is Nick Emanwori, an absolute pillar on the Seattle Seahawks. A very valuable player, can play the slot corner position, can play the safety position, can drop down into the box. He is as versatile as they get. The former draft pick out of South Carolina in 2025, and this year in 2026, going into his second year, only going to get better after picking up the Super Bowl ring last season, and this guy's ceiling is eventually becoming the best safety in the league, and I don't think many people would dispute that. So, yeah, number 8, Nick Emanwori. In at the number 7 position is a start of a run of Lions safeties here, back-to-back Lions safeties at number 7 and number 6, but at number 7, we have a guy who dealt with injuries last year, so these highlights are, again, from 2 years ago. It is Brian Branch. This guy's a hard hitter. Hard hitter. I believe he's been fined and ejected multiple times now in his short career. Former Alabama draft pick. Joined the Lions as a second-round pick a few years ago and really came in and just started it from the jump. Became a very good safety in the league. Obviously, he was on those Lions playoff teams. As you can see right there, the pass breakup, very, very good play. He's a pillar on the Lions defense, and he goes hand in hand with his running mate, who we'll talk about now, Kirby Joseph. Another guy who a lot of people may call a dirty player, who again has been fined and ejected multiple times and been accused of trying to injure players on purpose. As I don't know, stunt for Dan Campbell's defense, but these two together decided to kind of lump these guys together. Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph. Probably the best safety duo in the National Football League. Both had their seasons cut short to injuries last year, so I hope both of them can recover quickly and get back to playing elite football because these guys are amazing. Obviously, Detroit's down season last year. A lot of people projected them to be a Super Bowl contender. Ended up missing the playoffs in the end, so yeah, these guys need to get back on the field. The Lions need to get back healthy, and it'll be interesting to see how the ball hawk Kirby Joseph led the league in interceptions a few years ago, and the hard hitter Brian Branch can recover from injury together and propel the Lions over the top. So yeah, at number 6, Kirby Joseph. Coming in, starting off the top 5, it is Tampa Bay Buccaneers safety Antoine Winfield Jr. By the way, shout out to Hall's Way on YouTube. You can see his handle up there for this highlight video in voiceover. But at number 5, it is Antoine Winfield Jr. Again, another guy who was a first-team All-Pro a few years ago. Maybe came out of last year or the year before thinking that he might be the best safety in the league overall, but he's followed it up with very good seasons, just really not as good as that first-team All-Pro season. I believe it was in 2023. But again, 17 games last year. He was on the field for every single game. You know what they say, the best ability is availability, so he was very good. He was very good player. Probably the best player on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. I don't know. Maybe Vita Vea. Maybe a lot of people might think Vita Vea is better, but this guy's the leader of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers defense. Obviously, his dad, Antoine Winfield Sr., was a very good player in the league. So, yeah, you can see where he learned it from. But coming at the number 5 spot, Antoine Winfield Jr. Coming in at the number 4 spot on the list, it is my former safety for the Cincinnati Bengals, Jesse Bates III. Now has been an Atlanta Falcon for 3 years now, but one of the best safeties in the league, obviously coming in at number 4. Been a good player in the league for a very long time now, even when he was on Cincinnati, 2020. Very good player, and since he's been in Atlanta, signed that big contract, just really hasn't skipped a beat, been a very, very good safety. I think last year I actually had him at number 1 on the overall safeties list, so he's regressed a little bit, but nonetheless, is the heart and soul of that Atlanta Falcons defense. Invaluable to, I guess, was Raheem Morris. Raheem Morris before now will be Kevin Stefanski's leader, but yeah, man, I miss this guy. Been missing him ever since he signed with Atlanta. Great human being, great player. And at number 4 on the list, second-team All-Pro, Jesse Bates III. Coming in at number 3 on the list is a guy who it feels like has just gotten better and better and better and better every single season he's been in the league. Former New York Giants draft pick, now a Green Bay Packer, and he's really shot for the stars ever since he signed there. It's Xavier McKinney. It feels like this guy just went up the list every single year he's played. Showed flashes as a young player in the Meadowlands, really never hit his stride, and then went to Green Bay in 2024 as a free agent and never looked back. Since then, he's became one of the best safeties in the league as he comes in at number 3 here. Again, an All-Pro, again, seen as one of the better players in the league. I actually think the NFL Top 100 list is going on right now. He actually, I think yesterday, was announced at number 70 overall on the Top 100 list. Not that you should take any account into that Top 100 list because it's voted on by players and coaches, and most of the time it's a bunch of garbage. So, yeah, but one of the best ball hawks in the league at number 3, Packers safety, Xavier McKinney. Coming in at number 2, we have the newly highest paid safety in the league. Been in the league for a very long time now. Is a veteran. Been kind of up and down. Been at one point maybe have considered the best safety in the league. And then at another point may have shot down lists all the way to fringe top 10. But through his entire career, he's been a damn good player. At number 2, it is Derwin James of the Los Angeles Chargers. As I said, newly paid. Obviously, he's the guy on the Los Angeles Chargers defense for Jim Harbaugh, and a big year upcoming for them. Big year for Jim Harbaugh, big year for Justin Herbert, and big year for Mike McDaniel on the offensive side of things. But yeah, this guy's the second best safety in the league, I think. Hard hitter. Everybody remembers that hit against the Colts. Not in this game that it's showing in the highlights, but in a Monday Night Football game a few years ago. A hard hit that got him ejected. This guy's a hard hitter. He can hit stick. It's like you're playing with an X Factor in Madden. He's just that type of player. He's an absolute old school safety. He'll take your head off kind of thing. So, yeah, number 2 on the list, Derwin James. And at number 1 on the list, I don't think it's much of a debate anymore. It is Baltimore Ravens safety, do-it-all guy, can play in the box, can play your deep safety position, absolute athletic freak. For new head coach Jesse Minter, it's Kyle Hamilton. Consensus, like yesterday's cornerback rankings, Patrick Surtain was the consensus there. In the safety rankings, pretty much at this point, the consensus is that Kyle Hamilton is the best safety in the league, and there's not really an argument to be had at this point. When Baltimore drafted this guy out of Notre Dame, he was seen as one of the best safety prospects of all time, a unique prospect, a lengthy prospect, a guy that had an unusual build for a safety, and as you can see, it allows him to play in the box more, it allows him to play deep safety, it allows him to be versatile. That is the new generation of safeties we're seeing. You saw the Cowboys draft Caleb Downs. He's a guy who might be able to play the nickel slot hybrid position as well as drop into the box. He can kind of play wherever you want on the defense, and that is what these NFL teams are looking for in safeties nowadays. Kyle Hamilton is that to a T, and that's what makes him so valuable for the Baltimore Ravens. So, yeah, overall, at number 1 on the safeties list, Kyle Hamilton. And here is the full list. You can see my top 10. I only mapped out my top 10 for this safety list, but my honorable mentions: Budda Baker of the Arizona Cardinals, Jalen Petrie of the Houston Texans, very underrated player, one of my favorite non-Bengals in the league, an absolute hard hitter there. Minkah Fitzpatrick, the newly acquired New York Jet, and Brandon Jones of the Denver Broncos. So overall, including the honorable mentions, we have 2 Denver Broncos safeties on this list, and we have 2 Detroit Lions safeties on this list. So, yeah. That's going to round out the safeties list for today. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more content exactly like this. And tomorrow, day 3, we will have the linebackers list for you. It'll be interesting to map it out. I don't know exactly how many we'll be doing. I'll kind of look into it, see. I'll probably top 10 again. In all likelihood, top 10. We'll give my honorable mentions, give an overview on the rest of the list like we have these past 2 days. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So, have a great night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.